Oh, you give me a poor raise and bonus, I take away annual $300,000 of business from you. I was lurking for some times and here I am ready to tell my pro-revenge story. To put some context on the story, I was working at a multinational firm. I did my final internship post-master's degree there and they liked me, so they offered me a job as a junior consultant. Fresh from school, I couldn't be happier. As I was naive, I signed the contract without worrying about the little details. One of the clauses was that the leave notice is set to be 3 months. I raised the issue and they said, it's not a big deal, it was just for compliance purposes to the parent firm. Fair enough, I started working. In my second month, a colleague screwed up big time. He did something by mistake jeopardizing one of our biggest accounts, and one of the biggest banks worldwide easily could have made it to the news headlines. They fired the guy and offered me to work on the account. At the time, I had not enough experience to handle working on a team that manages one of our biggest clients, but accepted the offer anyway. I start working with a team located in a different country to work on the international bank, which has branch practically everywhere, so there were a lot of interactions with associates all over the world. They were very happy with my work and I even had my own team to work for me when I have to multi-account. The manager was very happy with me because I exceeded expectation and I bring more work fees to the firm. While I was waiting for a big raise and bonus in the yearly evaluation, the manager said that I did nothing special. I swallowed my anger and continued to work flawlessly the same as the first year, but with a big fuck you attitude. They even gave me other accounts and a team to manage, and because I'm a petty person, I wasn't going to let this slide that easily. The second year evaluation, because of my fuck you attitude, they tried to dig dirt on me so they can punish me. They found nothing. The client was very happy with my work. The manager and HR director, HRD, went an extra mile to dig dirt on me from my team. They found nothing. My academic background gave me a lot of tools to work with to manage. I was a good team leader, I trained them well, and I took responsibility for every decision made. On the yearly evaluation, the managing partner, MP, and HRD said that I'm very competent and I did a flawless job, but I wasn't motivated enough to climb the ladder even further this year. The SOB gave me the poorest raise and bonus, even though they have a set of objective rules for that, and the defining factor is the client appreciation, which was excellent for me. The revenge part, it was like the stars were aligning for me. In that big bank account, I was the only remaining from the team, and because it requires a lot of international coordination, not everyone could keep tab on everything, and there was an account history to keep an eye on. We worked with a lot of high-profile associates around the world and they are pretty much zero mistake tolerance. As I was the remaining member of the old team, the account associate requested me to come visit him in another country and express to my manager how much he relies on me on the upcoming season. Here comes the fun part. The hot season for work starts from January until late April. With 3-month notice, they hadn't much to worry about, so that's what they thought. Late December, I resigned and demanded to perform only 1 month notice. I know their drill. They say they have to consult the MP and they will get back to me with response as soon as possible, but in the meantime I should train someone to replace me at the end of the month, and once a replacement is trained, they will say he said no, you should stay 3 months or pay up the 2 months. They did this to everyone before me. As I had 1 year to plan my revenge, I set aside my revenge money to take away their leverage. I waited a week and went back to see the HRD. She said she's waiting still for the MP's okay. I went back to my office and I cancelled my 5 days paid vacation for the end of December. I had the following conversation by mail: manager, the flying lag. You can't cancel your paid vacation as there isn't much work to do at that time. You will take paid vacation like everyone else. ME, I won't take it. I'm not like everyone else. I'm on resignation notice. Manager, doesn't matter, you'll take it nevertheless. ME, as stated by labor laws, the employee on resignation notice can't take paid vacation, otherwise it will extend their notice by the said vacation unless there is an agreement between the two parties on it. Which on our case is not. With nothing left to say, she forwarded the mail chain to her HRD and she sent me a mail to come discuss this matter with her. ME, I'm being professional. I demanded my notice reduced and a person to train. 1 week's passed and no replacement, and I'm still waiting for your feedback. HRD, we didn't find the right person to replace you and we are still looking. ME, I don't care that much. You said in the evaluation I did nothing special and I haven't what it takes. You climb. HRD, notice my evil look. Sure, it was brutal how we treated you. But you can't leave. You'll stay 3 months and we have a plenty of time to find someone to replace you and you will train him. ME, that's not going to happen. At the end of the month I'm leaving and you can't stop me. HRD, in this case, you pay 2 months salary, which a lot. ME, no problem. I was prepared for that eventuality. My check is ready. She panicked and she called the manager and the operations director, OD, to the meeting. You can't leave, even with paying we have to accept, which won't happen. ME, as stated by law, section X paragraph Y, I can in fact leave and I don't need your approval. The OD is a poker champion and he was in the meeting just to call my bluffs. I leaned on the meeting table to give him enough physical reading of my intention so he can see that I'm not bluffing. I said that, I'm leaving at the end the month. You have two options. Option 1, I pay you the 2 months but I will train nobody, or option 2, I'll train somebody to replace me but I won't pay you. You choose wisely. HRD, this is blackmail. Emmy, you called it whatever you want. That's my offer. Take it or leave it. You have less than 3 weeks to decide. OD, how we can make sure you will train him well. Emmy, you don't. If you want the second option, I need a written agreement before I start the training. In the rush they agree to give up the 2 months pay in exchange of training someone. They find a junior without any experience to fill for me. I gave her a lousy training, and after 2 months the client wasn't happy, he dropped our firm. To have some perspective, on the bank account I alone scored 2,000 hours with hourly fees of $200. They basically give up over $300K annually from that account because they thought it was wise to screw a junior staff on his raise and bonus for 2 years. Easy on my English, it's my third language. TLDR, manager gave me a poor bonus and raise for 2 years even though I did an outstanding job. I make one of the biggest clients drop them. Edit, alienating to aligning. Edit 2, for the poor girl I trained, she was understanding. I did apologize to her in advance, and I suggested to her to take the account on the condition that she shouldn't take the blame for any potential downfall. According to a friend still working there, she didn't take any blame. Edit 3, I didn't need their reference. I had already an offer somewhere else and I explained to them that my current employers are dicks and they will try to pull shitty moves on me. I had nothing to worry. For future references, it's not that common in my country. They are required by law to give me a formal paper citing the period I worked there and the title I had. Potential employers generally demand that paper to prove that you work there and they will not contact them for anything. Edit 4, to add a layer to the reference matter, they are known in the marketplace for being dicks. A colleague and a friend of mine resigned 2 months before me to go work for a branch of a multinational IT company. They pulled the same shit on here, but once she left, the CFO of that branch called her HRD to tell her that they got my friend, just to piss her off even more. It turned out the HRD was in that branch before and she burned every bridge there while quitting. Edit 5, to those whom are saying I'm an entitled dick, yes I am. If you offered me, a junior, an account and you stressed to me how it's sensitive and it takes a lot of stress resisting with little to no safety net, a senior got fired for it, and it will be rewarding in the yearly evaluation.